welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Katharine, and in today's video, I'm taking you to St. Augustine, Florida. So I am actually here for one of my really good friends' weddings, and I met her in college. I went to college in Boca Raton, Florida, but she's a huge history nerd like I am, and she is getting married at the Lightner Museum here in St. Augustine. And for those who don't know, St. Augustine is like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the oldest city in America. It was actually colonialized by the Spanish instead of the English, which you probably have heard of the English colonial, what's the word? I can't even pronounce any English today. Colonialized like Williamsburg, Virginia, and like Plymouth Rock, Boston, those types of things, but the Spanish actually got here before the English in like the 1500s and created the city of St. Augustine. And this is of course like really well known for like the fountain of youth, if I can even speak today. I just had a very long early flight, so I'm at the Airbnb right now. But essentially St. Augustine, what I'm trying to say, is the oldest city in America, so I'm really excited to be here. It's my first time here, like ever. It's funny because I used to live in Florida, like I mentioned. I went to school, college specifically, in Boca Raton, Florida. I visited like all of the major like Florida cities before except for St. Augustine. So I'm excited to explore it, and I'm gonna take you along with me. Right now, I'm just like about to relax. I just got to the Airbnb, and later on today, I'm gonna go to dinner at, I believe it's called Columbia Restaurant, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a very like Latin inspired restaurant with like tapas, and tapas, if you're not familiar, is like small dishes of food. But let me first show you the Airbnb because it's like, first of all, so cute. Second of all, it's really close to downtown. I'll link the Airbnb listing down in the description below because it's just so cute. If you visit St. Augustine, you want to stay here. It's like a guest house, so it's just like a studio type guest house. It's like one large room, so if there's like one or two people in your party, this is like the perfect spot because it's also like walking distance to the downtown area. So let me go ahead and just show you the Airbnb first, and then later we'll go to dinner. So here is the Airbnb. It is like in the back of the main house. I'm not going to show you the main house for privacy reasons, but this is technically like the backyard area, if that makes sense. They have like a fire pit out here that's covered up right now, and then this is like my little guest house, like the studio little apartment guest house that I was talking about. It's literally the cutest. It's pink. It has some string lights. I'll have to show you that once it's dark out and I can turn them on. But let's go through the gate here. So you have like a little swing chair here, some other seating, and then we'll go through the sliding glass door. Here I am, hello. And then this is like the little Airbnb studio that I was talking about. It literally smells amazing in here, and the Airbnb host even left like a little like aesthetic background scene on the TV. There's my suitcase over there with the sunflowers. And this is like essentially the whole entire Airbnb. There's like a little kitchen area, a little seating living area. There's the bathroom over by my suitcase. The bed, I believe that's like either a king or a queen. I honestly don't know how to tell. I know it's just plenty of space for me and my short butt. I'm only like 5'0". This is a closer look at the bathroom. Has a tub and a shower. And then there's this like little like alcove area. This is like a get ready area. She has some like beach items in a beach bag. A little like closet type area with some hangers. I'll definitely be using that. I'm actually already using it for my jean jacket, but I'm definitely going to be hanging up my wedding guest dress there. She even has like some other items like snacks and toiletries and waters and all that sort of stuff. But here I am again. Hello. It's so cute in here. I can honestly just do the tour in like one fell swoop. But I guess I'll show you a little bit more of the outside because there is like a pool area as well. But first, actually, a little ADD moment, but I totally forgot that she left keys. And then she also has like this little white binder of like different like restaurant recommendations, tours, coffee places, markets, like all that stuff, and just like the general like house rules too. So I'm really excited to be staying here. I am gonna go ahead and show you the pool area like I mentioned. So let's go back outside. So just beyond the guest house and the fire pit, you walk this way, and it's these sand dollars that you just have to walk on. I don't know if I can use these hammocks, but those are cute. There's even a trampoline. I don't know if I can use that either, but it is cute. So this is the pool that I can use, apparently. Looks very relaxing. Let's head in there. There's also this like other pool area right here too. I don't know if it's a hot tub, but it's like another pool or hot tub right off of this main other pool area. And then there's this sitting area too with a TV. But yeah, that's my like little tour. I am so excited to be here. I actually want to find the chickens. There's like some chickens. Oh, I see one. There's a chicken. They have like a chicken coop. I want to go see that too. Never mind, I'm not done with the tour. Hi, chicken. Where's your hen? Where's your little like, oh, here it is. Oh my gosh. Okay. I passed in, I didn't even know it. So basically there's this little like rooster or chicken coop hen type area. I saw on the listing that there's like a pink rooster that they have. I don't know if she is like roaming around anywhere, but if I end up finding her, I will show her to you. This little chicken seems a little aggressive right now, so I'm gonna back away. But yeah, apparently there's that chicken coop, there's the pool, there's like the little guest house studio like cottage that I'm staying in, and then there's a garage where I can like take out a bike too, so I'm super excited to utilize that as well. But yeah, I'm just super excited to be here. Thank you for just following along on this adventure and be able to take you along with me. But yeah, let's head to dinner next. That'll be in a few hours, but I'm just excited to be here. So here's a little fit check. I got this purse from a thrift store that I used to manage for my church, and I also got this dress from the same thrift store that I used to manage for my church. And then these little sandals I got from like a sandal store in Disney Springs like 5 years ago. But anyway, I'm ready to go explore St. Augustine. I've never been to St. Augustine before in my life. And then I have a reservation, a dinner reservation at that Columbia restaurant at 6. So I'm just gonna explore downtown St. Augustine until then. So I'm actually walking down to the downtown area right now, which I'm super grateful for because it's only like a half a mile from the Airbnb. And also it's like a really nice neighborhood. As you can see, like I'm a single female and I'm just like comfortably walking around and I feel really safe. It's like a very like pristine like residential neighborhood that I'm staying in, so I'm grateful for that. But I'm gonna walk down to the downtown area right now. just got back from exploring like the downtown St. Augustine area, more specifically St. George's Street and the surrounding streets around that. And I went into a few like touristy type shops, but I didn't film any of that because I didn't end up buying any souvenirs. Like I might towards the end of my trip buy some souvenirs for like my parents and maybe my cat, but that's about it. Like personally, I wouldn't buy anything like that for myself because I don't like big names or like logos on any of my clothing, or like just anything in general, not just clothing, but maybe for my parents and my cat. But that's besides the point. I ended up going to a few of those shops, like those touristy type shops, and then I went to this cafe called the Kookaburra, and it's an Australian inspired cafe. And it's like the cafe in St. Augustine. I think it's like the most popular cafe that there is in St. Augustine. And I got like one of their more popular like ice drinks and like this pie type thing. And I'll put what I got down below because I honestly forget the names of them, but they were both pretty good. I also thought that I was gonna go to the Columbia restaurant a little bit later. That's why I had gotten like the coffee or caffeinated beverage and like that little pastry when I did, because I thought I was gonna be able to wait until 6 to go to my reservation. But I ended up like going to a few more shops and like history type museums. Like I went to this like museum or like display of like what a colonial house looks like, but way back when in St. Augustine during like the 1700s. I forget the name of it. I'll put it down below as well. But I ended up just going after I wandered around a bit after going to the cafe. It was around like 4 o'clock, and I was like, you know what, I can't wait until 6 to go to the Columbia restaurant. So I ended up just going there and being like, hey, I have a reservation at 6, but it's just gonna be me. Do you mind if I just like cancel that at 6 and then just come now? And they're like, sure, why not? So I ended up going there. It was really good. I don't know if like it's the best like Latin food I've ever had or Spanish food, but it was still pretty good. And now I'm just back here at my Airbnb because I'm just like totally wiped out. I didn't realize how tired I was gonna be, but it was like a travel day for me and I'm just like feeling it. So I'm gonna go in the pool, and before I mention going to the pool, actually, I did go to this like popsicle place right after I went to the Columbia restaurant, and actually made my day because like they had this like key lime like pie type popsicle, and it definitely like made me feel a little bit better because I was feeling really drowsy. But anyway, I'm gonna go in the pool. I'm gonna get my bathing suit on and then like just call it a night after the pool. And yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, do some touristy stuff tomorrow, and then the next day is my friend Maria's birthday. Not birthday, what am I saying? I always want to call it her birthday, but it's not her birthday, it's her wedding. So tomorrow is gonna be like a touristy day. I'm gonna like do some like sightseeing, and then the next day is my friend Maria's wedding. So let's go in the pool and then just call it a night. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm very white. I don't know how to pronounce like any Spanish. But anyways, I just watched like the quasi sunrise. It was the sunrise, but like the clouds were kind of blocking it. But I did see a lot of pretty colors in the sky before the sun did come up, but then it was blocked by the clouds. But anyways, I am gonna come here later for the opening at 9 a.m. and like do a little tour, and I think there's like some demonstrations and things like that. But it's 7 a.m. right now, so I'm gonna get some coffee and breakfast and then head back here later. from St. George's Street. I'm basically just like walking down this main downtown street right now because I'm trying to kill some time before Castillo de San Marcos opens. It opens at 9 and it currently is 8:30 right now. I did get breakfast, like a sausage, egg, and cheese on a cheddar bagel and like a white chocolate raspberry latte from Sweetwater. I think that's how you pronounce that. And also the Castillo de San Marcos. I'm literally just having a hard time pronouncing things today, English and in Spanish. But anyways, I went into this like old like cathedral, like Catholic church, just to like kill some time. I wasn't really planning on going in there, but like I said, why not? It's open to the public, it's free. So I just ended up going in there, and it was beautiful. Like, I think it's one of the oldest churches in the US, if I'm not mistaken, and it was just very pretty. Now, like I mentioned, I'm just here on St. George's Street, which is one of the most popular like downtown streets here in St. Augustine, and I'm just like window shopping. Like, not a lot of the stores are open right now, but I'm just, you know, walking around until I can, you know, officially go to the Castillo de San Marcos, if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm having such a hard time pronouncing anything today. If that's how you pronounce it, and this is so cool. I'm like literally such a history nerd. Like, history was one of my favorite subjects in school, and they have a bunch of these like rooms in this fort where there are different displays of what it would have been like, and I'm just finding this really fascinating and interesting. I think they have a cannon demonstration at 10:30, which I'm looking forward to going to. I also believe this is considered the oldest fort in the US. It was built by the Spanish because the Spanish colonialized St. Augustine in the 1500s, and St. Augustine, if you didn't know, is like the oldest city in the US. So of course, like the oldest fort would be here in St. Augustine, but they didn't build this fort until like, I think in the 1600s, if I'm not mistaken, and it was built, of course, to protect the city.
For the fire, señor! Alto! Y sopla la mecha!
Cover your ears.
Fuego! For the fire! Still a guard.
So after going to Castillo de San Marcos, I came back to my Airbnb and I ate some lunch because I did have some leftover food from eating dinner at the Columbia restaurant last night. So I ate that, charged my phone, rested, was here for about an hour, and now I'm gonna go back out, just explore more of St. Augustine. And at 2 p.m. I have a tour at Flagler College. They give like historical tours, because before it was Flagler College, it was something else. I forget what exactly. I guess I'll learn that during the tour, but I'm gonna do that at 2 and then see what the rest of the day brings. So I made my way over to Cousteau's like waffle milkshake bar, I believe that's what it's called, and I saw a recommendation for this little like place, I guess you would call it, from Allison Bickerstaff. I follow her YouTube channel. I've been following her a long time. I also got the recommendation for Sweetwater from her as well that I went to this morning, but I wanted to come over here. I was gonna get a milkshake and a waffle, but like right now I'm so full from lunch, so I decided just to get a milkshake. I got the key lime pie one, and this looks so good. I don't know if you can see like the graham cracker like topping on it, but let's take a sip. tastes amazing. It literally tastes like a key lime pie. It even has like the graham crackery taste like inside the milkshake as well. It has that like really tart key lime flavor, which I love. It literally tastes like a straight up like key lime pie in a milkshake form. I just needed this, okay? I'm gonna come back for a waffle at some point, but I'm just like way too full for a milkshake and a waffle. I thought I would just get a milkshake for now because like it's like refreshing. If I can speak English today, refreshing because it's like cool and it's warm out today. So I thought I would just get the milkshake right now, and then later on in like about an hour I'm going to that Flagler College like historical tour. And then I also wanted to show you, they had like a Flagler College like store in like the downtown St. George's Street area, and I got a sticker because I was going in there initially to like ask a question about like the historical tour. Like I didn't know if I was supposed to meet at this specific store downtown on St. George's Street or if I was supposed to meet like at the actual college. Come to find out, I actually had to meet at the college, which makes sense. But while I was in there, I saw a sticker that I really wanted, and I collect stickers. I just love stickers in general. Like that's the only thing that I will get with like a logo or a name on it. So let me show you. It's this sticker right here. It just has like the historical buildings and like the water and all of that jazz here on the sticker, and it just says St. Augustine, Florida. And I really love it. Historical tour of Flagler College. I was correct in thinking that it was something before it was a college. It was the Ponce de Leon Hotel, owned by a man with the last name of Flagler. It was also built by him as well as owned, but it was turned into Flagler College like in the 20th century, so in the 1900s, and I believe 1960s, 1970s, it was initially like an all-girls college, but now it's obviously co-ed, and they obviously give like historical tours of the property now, and it was super unique and super interesting to learn about all of the history of Flagler College and how it ties into St. Augustine and just like Florida history in general. And I just love it. I'm a huge history nerd, and I just love learning about like anything historical. So that was really interesting. I'm obviously back at my Airbnb. I got changed. I'm in the same sandals as I was yesterday, and I'm in a dress that I got from the thrift store that I used to manage, and now I am gonna go out to dinner. I'm not gonna go to any place fancy. I don't think, that's not what I'm feeling. I did see like a pizza place that looked pretty good, so I might go there. I might go somewhere else. I'm really not too sure. I just know that I don't want anything fancy. I just want to like relax and have food. But let's head out to dinner. Don't judge me, okay? So I went to the Floridian restaurant actually. I knew I was saying that I was gonna go to that pizza place, but I was feeling like the Floridian. I got like a salad and a drink, but I wanted to come back to Cousteau's because along with milkshakes they sell waffles, and I felt like if I ordered those together it would have been too much. So I came back just to get the waffles separately. I got this like one, I forget the specific name of it, I'll put it down below, but it has like coconut and like espresso and vanilla ice cream. It looks delicious. I'm gonna take a bite. I feel like I have to get like everything in one bite. Okay, so I have the coconut, the waffle, and the ice cream and espresso all in one. That's bomb. So I'm just here at Castillo de San Marcos again for another morning. Thankfully, there's no clouds, so I was easily able to see the sunrise this time, and it was beautiful. I'm definitely going to try to come the rest of the mornings that I'm here, whether there be clouds or not. But right now, I'm pretty hungry and I need some caffeine, so I'm going to go to this place called Schmegel's Bagels, and hopefully the bagels there are just as good as the place I went to yesterday called Sweetwater. And whenever I think of bagels, I always try to compare it back to this place in Massachusetts called Bagel World. And in my opinion, Bagel World has like the best bagels of all time. And Sweetwater definitely lived up to that yesterday. Hopefully Schmegel's Bagels does today. But anyways, that doesn't open until 8. It's currently 7, so I'm probably just gonna like stay here at what is this called? Castillo de San Marcos, that's what it's called, and then just wander around the streets of St. Augustine until it's 8 o'clock and I can head over there. Literally so pretty. Alleyway type streets here in st. Augustine. It really reminds me of back home in Boston. I could really see myself living here if I ever moved here. So I'm now back at the Airbnb from going out to breakfast at Schmegel's Bagels, and it was good. It was actually really good, but honestly I prefer the bagel that I got yesterday from Sweetwater, and it obviously the bagel I got today from Schmegel's Bagels doesn't quite live up to the bagels from Bagel World that I normally get back in Massachusetts, but it was still really good. Like, I definitely would go back if I want to this trip, or if I come on future trips, I'll definitely revisit. But anyways, I'm back at the Airbnb, like I mentioned, and today's just gonna be like kind of a chill day because my friend Maria's wedding is tonight, and I don't want to like overexert myself, because what I've been realizing is like I get up pretty early. Like, my brain wakes me up like at like 5 every morning, like sometimes even earlier. So I noticed that I get really tired around like 8 p.m. So I know I'm gonna be at the wedding later than 8 p.m. So I'm trying not to like overexert myself today. So I just came back to the Airbnb and I'm just gonna read some of my book on my Kindle. I'm currently reading As Sure as the Dawn by Francine Rivers. It's the 3rd book in the Mark of the Lion trilogy, and I'm really liking it so far. I'm about 28% of the way through, and it's pretty good. I love the series so far, and it's definitely like a top ranking like series for me. Francine Rivers is like one of my favorite authors of all time. She's a Christian fiction author, for those who don't know, and the Mark of the Lion trilogy is essentially considered like a biblical fiction trilogy. So it's based in like the time of like when the book of Acts in the Bible would have been written, but all of the characters are fictionalized. Like, the only like real life character or person in this book or series or trilogy, whatever you want to call it, is the Apostle John. But like, John isn't like the main focus. He's kind of like a side character. Anyways, we're following like in each book in this trilogy a different character, and it kind of just like focuses on like their faith journey. There's like some romance involved in each book, but it's like not the main focus, if that makes sense. But like I said, I'm 28% of the way through on chapter 12 more specifically, and I'm just gonna read this. I'm also simultaneously like, I don't know if simultaneously is the right word, but I'm listening to the audiobook while like my eyeballs are physically reading the book as well. Just because like Francine Rivers' books, even though she's like one of my favorite authors of all time, she definitely reads like, she definitely writes like chunky books. So I just find it really helpful to listen to the audiobook while I'm also reading the book, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm just gonna read this and then hopefully I will get some lunch later and then get ready for the wedding and then go to the wedding. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day. So I just finished getting ready for the wedding that I'm going to for my friend Maria. I got these shoes from Marshall's a few years ago, so I can't link them, but I got this dress from this website called Showpo. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll try to link that down below. And then I got this necklace from I don't even know where, probably like Amazon or something, but that also was from like a few years ago, so I don't know if I can link that. But yeah, and then these earrings, actually I do want to mention, is from my friend's like ocean inspired jewelry line. I'll try to get up closer so you can see them, but they have these like little like pearl type jewels on them. They're not jewels, wait, pearl type material, I don't even know, but they kind of remind me of pearls, but they're not pearls. But I'll try to link those down below so that you can shop from my friend's jewelry line. But yeah, I'm all ready and I'm excited to go to my friend Maria's wedding. Starting to walk over there now. It's pretty windy out, so I'm hoping it doesn't mess up my hair. But I forgot to mention that I got this like little like satchel type bag from Showpo as well, along with my dress. And I'm just excited. It's at the Lightner Museum, which is pretty cool. It's like a historic building here in St. Augustine. I don't know how much footage I'm gonna get because I'm gonna try to be as respectful as I can about like filming. Of course I want to film because I like want the memories, and I'm gonna send all of the videos to her, so it's not like I'm gatekeeping anything, but I also want to like be like respectful of like her special day. But yeah, I'm heading there now. St. Augustine Lighthouse. I biked over here from my Airbnb. The wedding was so much fun last night, but I'm so tired. So I'm gonna be here at the St. Augustine Lighthouse today and just like chilling out, having a relaxing day, possibly going to the beach later. I did bring beach stuff in like my swimsuit, if I can speak English today, and towels and sunscreen and stuff. So we'll see if I get to the beach today, but just gonna take it slow and easy today because I am super tired from the wedding yesterday. accidentally fell into the ocean. So I thought I had put my phone in like my beach bag like far enough from the waves for it not to like knock anything over, but apparently just like with the winds and like the rough waves today, it was pretty intense that like the waves did like come up that far, because I had put the phone and the beach bag like far enough back that I thought it wouldn't like have a situation like that, but like apparently the waves had, you know, their own sense of mind and like wanted to do what they wanted to do. But anyways, so I rushed back to my Airbnb to like see if I could like put my phone in rice or like in like some sort of situation where like I could dry my phone out. But I didn't have any rice, so I literally just like took my hair dryer and like blew like cold air into like the outlet where you normally charge your phone, and it works now. Like there's no issues with my phone lagging or like overheating or anything, which I'm grateful for, because I was like praying like the whole entire bike ride back to the Airbnb that like it would work, because like I don't know what I would have done, because like I'm planning on taking an Uber on Wednesday, so in 2 days from here, my Airbnb to the airport, and I just like didn't know what I was gonna do or like even check in for my flight. And I was just like panicking, like I was like hyperventilating, I was like shaking, I was like, what if I can't like do anything? Like I know it sounds silly to like be panicking about a phone, but like honestly, like we do a lot of stuff on our phones. Like we really do depend on our phones for a lot of stuff nowadays. And like even though that's like sad to say, but it's true, like we depend on our phones for a lot of stuff now, because like everything is online. Like airport flight check-in, like hotel check-in sometimes, even down to like taking an Uber places. So it's just like such a stressful situation that I just went through, but I've changed and I'm gonna try to go get something to eat and just kind of make myself feel better. I was planning on like staying the whole entire day at the beach, the afternoon at the beach, I should say, because I went to the lighthouse this morning and I was just gonna like veg out at the beach after that, because they are just so close to each other. I went to Anastasia, or Anastasia, however you pronounce that, state park, and I noticed that the wind was just really crazy, and like even though it's warm out and sunny out, it's like not as warm and sunny as I would like it to be for a beach day. And just like with the whole situation of like the waves having their own mind and like literally like coming up way further than I anticipated and knocking my beach bag and phone over. So I just was like, you know what, I don't even care anymore. Like it's not really beach weather and my phone is in need of some help. So I just biked back here, and now I'm just gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day, but we'll figure it out. Let's see what we get into. Well, what I get into, but you'll join along with me. Okay, let's go. So I came over to the Cuban Cafe and Bakery because I've heard a lot of great things about this, and like as you can probably assume, St. Augustine is like really well known for like their like Latin food or Hispanic food. That's why I went to the Columbia restaurant, because they're known for like tapas or like just Hispanic Latin food in general. So I wanted to come here too because I wanted to try a Cuban sandwich, and then I also got some tostones on the side, and then I got this like guava type juice, but it says it's like a 100% natural guava pulp. It looks really good, and I think it's like originally from Cuba, so let me taste this first. Dude, that's like bomb. And then the tostones, I know this is gonna be delicious just beside itself. They're still warm. This is so good. Now the sandwich. Bomb. next day, and I am headed to breakfast. The only plans I have for today is to go to the Fountain of Youth, and then also like right next door is this, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a mission. I think that's what it's called. It's a Spanish mission with like a church, and I'm gonna go to the mass at 12. It's only like 45 minutes, so I should be out and then be able to get like some like later lunch. But I just like can't get over like the neighborhood that I'm staying in with the Airbnb that I'm in. It's literally like so cute, so St. Augustine. Like the architecture is just like so pretty. If you like look behind me at the houses, it's just like the safest, most comfortable place that I could probably have an Airbnb in, and it's like minutes away walking to the downtown area and to like most of the touristy stuff. I'm just so grateful to be staying in this neighborhood, in the Airbnb that I'm staying in. I cannot recommend it enough. It was such a great stay. I do leave tomorrow, which is really sad, but I will link the Airbnb down below in the description, so in case you want to stay there, I definitely recommend it. I will definitely stay there again if it's available and when I come to St. Augustine next. But now I want to get some breakfast. I think I'm gonna go to this like biscuit company. I think it's called the Maple Street Biscuit Company to get some breakfast, and then I'm heading to the Fountain of Youth and then to that mission and to go to a mass. Hopefully this will stop me from aging to 30 next year. So I just headed out of the Fountain of Youth. It was really cool. They had a lot of like places to walk around and see. There's like multiple buildings other than just like the place where you drink out of like the Fountain of Youth. And they had like different demonstrations, like a blacksmith, like a cannonball, like sort of shooting demonstration. It was a really cool. They even had like a Native American village. It really reminded me of like the Plymouth Living Museum that they have in Massachusetts. Is very similar, where they had like a lot of different like exhibits and demonstrations of like what it would have been like back then. But now I'm walking over to that mission that I was talking about. I'll put the actual name of the mission down below because I cannot pronounce it for my life. But I'm heading over there now. I have to take like side streets, and it's like honestly not that far of a walk from the Fountain of Youth. It's like a 5-minute walk. It's like almost right next door. But like literally look at how pretty these streets are. I love like the big giant trees with the Spanish moss on them. And also the mission. I went to mass there and then just kind of like looked around the property. Now that I freshened up, I'm gonna go to get some like late lunch, early dinner, and then just call it a night after that because I want to do some laundry and I just want to get ready to leave tomorrow. I'm having a flight, I believe around like noon time, 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna try to leave here in like the late morning, so hopefully I can get the majority of my packing done tonight, so that way tomorrow morning I can be ready to go and just like have breakfast and then leave. I'm so sad tomorrow is my last day. Like I really love St. Augustine. I have been wanting to move back to Florida ever since COVID because For those who don't know, I went to college in Florida in Boca Raton, specifically at Lynn University. And then I was working at Disney after I graduated college. And then when COVID hit, I got laid off and I was kind of forced to move back home to Massachusetts. So I've been wanting to move back down to Florida since then. And that's been like 5 years ago. So hopefully soon, if I can save up enough money, I can do that. But I'm hungry. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm thinking about this like barbecue place. And then I'll come back here after I get something to eat and then just pack up for tomorrow when I have to leave. So sad. I don't want to leave. That food was so good, but so filling. Like, I don't even feel like I've been this full ever before in my life, but I'm walking it off. I'm gonna walk downtown for the very last time on St. George's Street, maybe reward myself with a sweet treat, and then head back to my Airbnb so I can like get ready to take off tomorrow. That's the correct terminology, but I'm sad tomorrow is my last day, but let's walk this off. I also just noticed how red my face is and it's embarrassing, and my chest. Good morning. It is the next day and I am flying out this afternoon. I'm so sad. I already packed up all my things. I'm just killing time until my Uber picks me up. I've scheduled an Uber for like 9:45 because my flight, I confirmed it takes off at like 1:15 p.m. So I wanted to be there by like, I think 11 o'clock. And it takes about an hour to get from here in St. Augustine to the Jacksonville airport. So I thought that would give me enough time to leave here at 9:45 to get to the Jacksonville airport by 11. So I'm just gonna kill some time before I have to, get in the Uber to get to the airport. So I'm grabbing some breakfast now. It's around 7 a.m. and, just enjoy the last few hours that I have here in St. Augustine. And, it was a really great time. It's really bittersweet. Like, I honestly want to move here. It's really beautiful, very historical, and also, like, I've been just itching to get back to Florida ever since I was laid off from Disney back in 2020. 2020 is what I'm trying to say. And I just want to move back to Florida, and I think St. Augustine would be awesome. But let's get some breakfast. I'm going to this place called Farmhouse Kitchen and then see where the day takes us from here. I know I am flying out, but like, I'm going to try to soak up as much of St. Augustine as I can. But let's go to breakfast.